Okay, we're here. Good. And let me see what else I can do here. Good. And we are live. Good. There we go. All right. So those who don't know or don't watch any of my stuff, it's pretty simple. I usually have a topic or I have something else going on that's specific to something, connect the dots. That's kind of my thing that I've been doing. I think I'm gonna try to do a little bit briefer things, but that won't work until I get my website up. So in the meantime, I'm probably gonna stick to some on topics. Now, sometimes I just do open topics. That means anybody could come on in and talk about whatever. If you want to come in and talk about it, you don't have to show your face, you don't have to show your voice. But if you start trolling, I'll probably just call you a slave and kick you out, 'cause you ain't nobody. You can call in your phone. I think what's good is if, you know, before you join, I'll probably kind of switch over to the browser a little bit so people who don't know your phone number change your phone number to a name, etc., etc. All right, so let's get started. Open topic, any topic you want to talk about. I hope everybody had a good holiday. I think in the United States only. I'm not sure about Canada. Does Canada celebrate Thanksgiving? I don't know if they do. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can fix that now, you guys. No, don't see that. I got this little curtain behind so you don't have to see all my mess. But it's also good because sometimes I just my daughter's back there in the daytime and playing and watching and listening to stuff where you know, sometimes I play video games. I don't want her to see me playing Rainbow Six or something like that. She's like, "What's that? What is yeah, whatever." Some things that I want to go over. If you see in the description box below, you'll see that there is a link to a fundraiser by, and might as well go ahead and do a browser zoom and zoom in. A GoFundMe. Looks like Elizabeth Mueller is needing some help. And of course, she could have done asked for a lot sooner, but she didn't. And she's asking for stuff now, and so she needs support. So I'm gonna support. At the end of this, I mean, I've raised. I haven't taken anything out yet of my since June 2018 till now. I've got, how much do I have? With all that, $57.53. So in about 6 months, yeah, 6 months, 5 months, 5 months, $57.53. So far, I've asked for money. Don't get much, but anything that I do make, I just pretty much put it back out there. I'm just pretty much at this point where, you know what, I am just not going to. I'll probably take the Patreon down. Probably take other stuff down. Just don't donate to me. Just donate to other people. I'll find ways to survive out here. Okay. Let's see. I should probably check on the chat. Hey, how's it going, Bruins? Let me get this here. Good. Sorry, just trying to fix the performance. Another thing, Joe Manji, who is also a pretty good activist, and he's needing $76. I mean, it would be great because he's putting in $19 a month on the restream stuff. I don't think you need it, but it makes things a lot easier. A lot of the activists aren't. Aside from Joe, and very few others are tech savvy, or at least stream savvy, and it's just a little bit easier to do these streams on Restream. And having 2 computers, probably 3. I mean, Facebook doesn't like me. I can't even stream on Facebook. That's that. Sorry. I've been sick the whole week. Anyways, the reason why, sorry. I keep segueing. I should stop segueing. Black Friday, 60% off. Every year they really, that's the best way to do it, is Restream has this thing. I do the forever free, just the personal one, because I only restreamed it Periscope and YouTube. But if you're gonna go and do Facebook channel and do a channel doubling, say YouTube, then it's great. I mean, $6 a month, it's not much. $76 a month in one payment. That's really a good deal for all the stuff that you have to do, rather than having, I mean, if you have a free second computer and you have good internet, just the electric cost itself or contribute would be about the same for the second computer, as far as if you're going to restream. Okay, Elizabeth Mueller, I'm trying to sync up so I can do an interview with her sometime soon, probably tomorrow night, if not Tuesday night. So just stay in tune for that. Let's go ahead and switch it over to chat. So there really isn't much that I'm aware of. I'm kind of behind as far as what's been going on with Julian Assange and activities Unity for J. I've been gone a week. I've been gone. I went to Seattle, Issaquah, really, in Washington. You'll see in my earlier video, I went fishing for a day, 2 days, maybe 1 day and like 2 hours, or you know what I mean. I think that the time we were there for maybe 3 or 4 hours in that video, and then I went back for another hour and a half, 2 hours. Didn't catch anything the second day. They're all on the other side of the lake. I don't know. I don't really look at the news. Here's the thing about the news. I mean, the establishment, corporate media news, people call it fake news. I mean, not just Trump, but everyone else. A lot of people who don't watch it, people who comment on it. But the thing is, when you're commenting on it, you're commenting on fake news. You're giving the fake news attention. You're giving validity to the fake news. Unless you're saying that the fake news is fake, and this is why it's fake, and don't even talk about the talking points of the fake news, I think that's just the way to go. So, all right, the segue. So I've been sick. I was kind of sick with a cough before I went to Seattle, and then I got a slight fever every day. Things got worse. I went through a couple boxes of tissue paper. My brothers barely made it. You know, I had to snag a couple of tissue paper from the airport, airplanes bathroom. I'm putting a lot of the tissues in here. I've noticed that if I put the magnesium cream on, I mean, I've got some issues right here. Magnesium cream on it, some coconut butter. I think that's what coconut oil. It's good. Yeah, crypto market. Oh, good one, Bruins. Yeah. So Wex.nz, they were we're talking about cryptocurrency. Went down. A lot of odd stuff happened before. They pretty much had the same interface as the previous cryptocurrency exchange. I'm forgetting which one that is. And things seemed okay because they issued out tokens for basically what happened is the previous exchange that got taken down by FBI or whatever. At least that's what they said. And so people who still had money in there, they probably had like 40% that they gave back out as coins. And you could trade those coins, and those coins were pretty much issued at like half or less even than that. But recently, I think the last month or two, Wex.nz had some issues, and it's just like you're gonna have issues with exchanges all over the place, and it happens to be, is it the Russian ones? Where was Mount Gox? I can't remember. Was that in Japan? Yeah. I don't know. It's wild, wild west in those areas because people are gonna want to take your money. There's the regulators, the bankers, whatever. They'll regulate it, but they're gonna take your premium, and they're not gonna shut it down. They figured they'll make money off the interest, the fees, and all this other stuff. But then you got other people who just try to get away from the regulation and all this other stuff. But the thing is, nobody's seeing them, so eventually millions or billions get in there, and then they figure, screw all this, we'll just get out and take everyone's stuff. So I think you see a lot less people going into it, that's for sure. And then there's a downturn. A lot of people are the cryptocurrency goes lower. So who's going to be pushing for it if the people aren't really into it? Well, that's the interesting part. I think it's going to be the bankers, the regulators, the stockbrokers, etc. I mean, the economy, I guess, is somewhat okay. It's like a fake inflated okay. So what's going to happen is, well, it's going to get lower. Once the economy starts going bad, people are going to need to place their money somewhere else. Otherwise, they might lose all that money. So where are they going to put it? Gold, silver, commodities, cryptocurrency. So you'll see it go back up just like it went back down. And at this low point, a lot of people are probably happy. A lot of people who have a lot of money now are probably going to be like, wow, cryptocurrency is low. Let's just put in $1,000, see where it goes. And sometimes that $1,000 in maybe a year, who knows, maybe in 2 years, maybe even like 3 to 6 months, goes up to $10,000. Great, cash out. And then they either cryptocurrency goes back down and you just buy again after you just made 10 times the amount, or some people see it keep going up and going, crap, there goes, I could have made 20,000 instead of 10,000. But some, people just kind of feel, all right, let's not get greedy, let's just, it went up. So it's kind of a wave. It's not quite stable. I think there's just so much involved. A lot of it is just they're all pretty much coupled to Bitcoin. That just prevents the other cryptocurrency from taking off, but also it can also provide a lifeline to some cryptocurrency from just disappearing whatsoever. But I think in the end, once we see the decoupling of every cryptocurrency to Bitcoin, Bitcoin's just going to go down, other cryptocurrencies going to go. Like, this is a new thing, a relatively new thing, because it's been, what, over 8 years or something like that. But it's been out there for a while, but it's still relatively new as far as the way that we can utilize money. And I think a lot of it has to do with who knows, this is just thought that the people with the real money out there that are buying up a lot of cryptocurrency, trying to control it, a lot of the decentralization of it, saying, look, it's not decentralized like they're saying it's decentralized. It's not a couple of other things. They're manipulating the exchanges, which manipulates the price, but that was the entire, not the premise, the whole point of it. And so there's a lot of things that are out there that defeat the entire purpose of cryptocurrency's point. and it's just that battle. And I think the battle of the people to utilize it the way that they wanted to utilize it, it's not working. It's not going to happen. So what we'll end up seeing is kind of like the rollout of 5G. We're going to get technology, but it's going to be technology controlled by the government. It's going to be technology controlled by very wealthy few, control everything else, even governments. And that's just the way it's going to happen, unfortunately, just like with a lot of technology that's out there. I mean, you'll get by if you're small enough. You may be able to get a couple of niche cryptocurrency that people use that they can rely on. Maybe even certain countries or states or cities, who knows? And it'll work out well. But I think if you're gonna have very expensive coins, it's gonna be done through excuse me. It's gonna be done through the rich and the powerful. I mean, like, look, just like the FDIC, your checking account. It's did I have my? Why did I have my? You got $10,000 of it insured by the Federal Reserve. It's gonna be exactly like that. Yeah, all are down. I have no idea. I mean, probably other things are going up that we don't know about, that we don't really see. I don't know. The thing about money is it can go wherever it wants. No one really has a clue exactly where it's all going. The stuff that they show us is just the stuff that they want to show us. That they want ordinary people who have money to sink to invest in. It'd be great to have someone else that's really into cryptocurrency, someone who's knows quite a lot, someone who's invested a lot but may not quite know quite a lot, that they read up a lot. And there's always just a lot of hype. I think that's the main problem, is that there's always a lot of hype about a certain cryptocurrency or new cryptocurrency, and all this hype doesn't go anywhere. All it is just an exchange of coins for exchange of something else. And the premise was that it's not a bank that you're exchanging money for. You don't have to pay the exorbitant fees like through PayPal or something else And nowadays we're starting to see, was it Zoll? I think certain banks have it, so you can pretty much send money to someone else for free, and it takes a couple minutes to maybe even sometimes an hour at most. So if you have these instant ways to send money to someone else, they have to have they have to have an account with some bank or some whatever it is with someone else. And that's where you're gonna how you'll be able to exchange. So if you can exchange money or send someone money that fast, I mean, you're not gonna go for cryptocurrency. Plus, you give someone money from cryptocurrency, it's not gonna be insured. It's not gonna be protected. It's like, why would I? The entire purpose of it is just the ideal of cryptocurrency. But then there's really no incentive for the ordinary person to do it, because it's a big risk. It fluctuates up and down. After you get it, you go, well, do I hold on to it? Do I sell it? If I on exchange to get cash, if I do that, that's an extra step. Sometimes that takes, well, first you're gonna have to go into an exchange, and that exchange you're gonna have to give out more information. You're gonna have to give out bank details, all this other stuff, and how much can you do you feel protected by that exchange with all that information? So that's another thing. So you get that extra step, and that's another problem with cryptocurrency as far as, say, even Litecoin, right? Someone gives you Litecoin. For me, I prefer Vertcoin. So if someone gives me Vertcoin, I'm gonna have to go to an exchange that has Vertcoin that you can exchange it to Bitcoin, and with Bitcoin, withdraw Bitcoin. Right now, you can withdraw Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin pretty easily to cash out to like your bank. So all that extra step on one of those not 3 cryptocurrencies, it's just a hassle for a lot of people. Hi Angel, nice to see you too. Looks like not many people coming in tonight to talk. I think a lot of people are also busy with the holiday season. Hopefully you had a good Thanksgiving. So we'll probably keep this short. I've got a couple of things that I wanted to do. Some things I don't want to do, but I may have to make those hard decisions soon. And those are decisions that just are gonna have to happen. Because as much as I like to say a couple things and do a couple things and all this other stuff, I don't know. I don't think it's a small world. Oh wait, there's Eric. It's a small world. Hi Eric.
And how's it going?
Good. Sorry, I'm trying to do a real cough, but that was like, there we go. Now I could get the coughs out of the way. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Good.
Feeling better?
No, it comes in stages. It's like I took this it's like organic natural medicine. It's a cough suppressant, but with like a mucus thing. It's supposed to help your mucus linings and whatever. And I think it's helping for a little bit, but it doesn't kick in until like 2 hours. And that was 3 hours ago. It's either wearing out or it's just, I don't know. Maybe I had to, I don't know. I don't think this is going to get better soon, so I'm just waiting it out. Heard you had a pretty good Thanksgiving, a lot of food.
Yeah, a lot of food, friends, family.
Yeah. They all visited in Florida or
Oh, they live in Florida, so
okay. That's easy. All right, so catch me up. What's been going on in the news?
What?
Or what's like been catching your eye? Or your
catching
attention?
my eye?
Yeah, let me see what's on.
A lot.
Anything that's been happening with Julian Assange lately, or is it pretty quiet still?
Today I heard, what was it? Let me go on Twitter. Yeah, there was something today. I was in and out of sleep most of the day. Been really tired.
Yeah.
But I've been feeling a lot better.
Were you sick? Oh yeah, you were sick. Last time I saw you, you were sick.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, you don't look sick
like
at all.
The last time I was in here, pretty much after I got off and went to sleep, it got worse.
What? All right, check this out. This is here's the browser. Guess what I see in the first headline? Top news on Twitter. Oh crap, I have to move down. All right, let's just go to this browser. Can you believe this? Top news from The Atlantic, November 25th, 2018. Julian Assange isn't worth it.
What?
Yeah. That is a top headline of Twitter, folks. Julian Assange isn't worth it by The Atlantic. If the U.S. government can prosecute the WikiLeaks editor-in-chief for publishing classified material, then every media outlet is at risk. I don't get it. So, I mean, that sounds...
And the Atlantic
like...
are just a bunch of political opportunists.
I don't... Yeah. Maybe it's... I don't know. Because that top sentence is true, but the title I don't think is. That's worth reading. Who knows? I haven't read it yet, so people can conjecture. Here's WikiLeaks. It says all three men in this episode on the Arab Spring, including the host Julian Assange, are currently arbitrarily detained, according to the UN peak body on detention, the UNWGAD. This is from WikiLeaks 9 hours ago. Let's see. Hey, Fly, how's it going?
Oh, hey, Fly, how's it going? Hey, Bruins. Hey, Angel.
Whew. And here's one. Oh, here's the newest episode of On Contact. Chris speaks with editor of Consortium News, Joe Lauria, about the fate of Julian Assange. That's gonna be worth watching. So, let me. Oh, that's an RT America. I thought I subscribed. This happens so frequently. I think a lot of people who watch my show a lot, they'll say, "Hey, I'm not subscribed." Okay, I'll subscribe again. I don't get it. All right, sorry. What's been going on?
With me?
Yeah.
Well, I've been rusting a lot, though, more.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been feeling a lot better.
Did any of your family members get sick too? During that time, or was it just you?
During that time, trying to remember.
Yeah. Did you have coughing issues, phlegm, mucus? I wonder if it's the same type of flu that I've had, or I've had.
Was your like body aching and your joints like really, really badly aching too?
That's like almost every day. No, it wasn't that kind of flu. Of course, my back was hurting, remember? So, but this flu wasn't that. It was just more like a low. It's like a high temperature, the lower part of a high temperature, like fever, just coughing and a lot of mucus. I mean, that was pretty much it.
Like mine was like body aches. Like I couldn't even really get up. I was just resting most of the time.
Yeah. That's just, like I think that's just your body fighting it off. That's your body just starts aching because everything just starts getting heated up. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
All right, news, fake news, real news. If you know the difference, what's the biggest fake news and what's the biggest real news?
The biggest fake news is the biggest fake news would actually have to be the corporate media, because they just rather just lie and lecture about propaganda and not get to the real issues with their nonsense.
But what's the latest real news that they've been showing?
Latest real news? I don't even watch the big corporate media.
Yeah, I know, news. But usually the people that you watch it and they report on it. It's like Stormy Daniels was way back. I guess like immigrant crisis. I saw something on Twitter or a couple uploads on that. Like there are people like immigrants.
Oh, the stones? Caravan.
Yeah, the caravan. I always wondered why are they fighting so hard to get in the United States?
It's like with me, it just something seems fishy about it, though.
Yeah, something seems fishy to me about it too.
It's like it's like, why pick the moment now to do this? Like there's something going on though. It just seems like really.
Give me a second here.
Seems like really too fishy.
Oh boy, that probably didn't look too good. Yeah, exactly. Oh, and guess what? I did see or hear a little piece on Hillary Clinton, your favorite person in the world.
Oh, the cancel queen.
And that she was saying that we had to stop the immigrant crisis because it feeds into like the right wing or something like that. I don't know. She wants to stop immigration now, I think, because it's contributing. I don't know. It's just really weird. She's
Hillary Clinton is an opportunist. People have to see that she's an opportunist. She's a political opportunist.
mm-hmm.
But she's that desperate to keep herself relevant these days.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's her, but others that want to keep her relevant. Are you happy to see her on the campaign trail? I mean, 2020.
You mean her farewell tour?
Oh, no. She's not going away. Her and Bill, they're in it for the long haul. Just like President Barack Obama, they're in it for the long haul. I have a feeling...
There's lectures.
I have a feeling they're going to have... what's Barack Obama's wife?
Michelle.
Michelle, yeah. I think they're going to have Michelle Obama run in the future for something. I mean, it's so far, there's been a dynasty. I mean, like the Bush dynasty, like before the Bush dynasty, there was at least Bill Clinton. They want to make it a Clinton dynasty. They're going to have an Obama dynasty in there somewhere. It's a lot easier, the recognition. And finally, Trump got it. Now, eventually, I think Trump will try to have his family run and have like a Trump dynasty. Like, definitely his daughter would be Ivanka, would be another dynasty that they would use. I mean, we don't really see just many people just kind of get propped up to become president. I mean, we get a lot of these candidates that we don't really like anyways running on both sides. But I don't know. I think we're just gonna see much of the same, and I think a lot of people are just gonna be okay with it because they just have their own lives to deal with. They've got
yeah, but it's like important to show like here's the perfect opportunity to actually be like, if you're thinking about like voting for Hillary Clinton in 2020, she's gonna cheat once again. Just hand people the DNC emails and Podesta emails. So I was like, yep, she's gonna cheat and troll her way through and just let Trump in once again.
Yeah. I think Fly is right too. Hillary's gonna go for Trump supporters. It's bad, but I don't think we're gonna wake any more people up. I don't think anybody else can be woken up. We
just have to make people aware.
Yeah, numbers of activists that are active against the system, against corruption, against whatever, just to unite and just against everything that's bad. Just numbers aren't there. It's easier to get shut off these days because everything's connected through social media. Everything's connected through your background checks, your social security, credit, etc. You just get starved out. You just get it's that war of attrition. They've got that down pat. They don't need to go out and kill people these days unless they have the means of getting information out to the public. I don't think it's even to stop them. It's just to send a message to others and just to scare them. But they don't even need to do that anymore. Probably the ones that they do kill are the ones who have money, well-means, and whatever, because they can't starve them out, right? It'd be interesting if someone did those types of research to see the people who got killed murdered for whatever that they're working on, it was because that, you know, they're pretty well off, because, you know, you can't do a war of attrition on someone who's rich, because they'll just keep going, if they're a real activist. But if you're, I think the people who aren't really real activists are the ones who pick a side and keep arguing on one side over the other, whatever it is, if it's race, whether it's politics, whether it's religion, whatever it is. If you're taking one stance that's not necessarily about the three real things that people really should have, which is freedom, they should have the truth, they should have justice. And the thing is, if it's their version of freedom, their version of truth, their version of justice, where, you know, justice is an easy one to manipulate. This justice, we get a pass, everyone else doesn't. You have to follow our rules, we don't have to follow our rules. You have to follow our laws, we don't have to follow our laws. And if you're arguing against other people and you're for that, then yeah, I think you're not really an activist. You chose your side and you want what you want. Screw other people. That's always been the case as far as I've been alive, probably as far as a couple generations.
Yeah.
How do you see you're a big 3-0, 30 years old. I got into the activism late. But do you see any 20-year-olds really caring about stuff? Lucas. Oh, Lucas, he's the young one. I think he's 19 now. He cares. We need to see a lot more Lucas. That's what I was looking for. So Lucas, while I'm looking for the documents, can you go ahead and carry on? What your thoughts are about the younger generation as far as activism on theirs for them?
I can't really say much about, like, you know, my generation, the millennial generation. Like with me, I mean, if it's Generation X, yeah, it's just like with millennials, I don't really talk to too many millennials these days because I actually truly don't fit in with the millennials anyway. Only certain millennials. There's only a few millennials I actually do truly like. It's just I don't fit in with most millennials these days because it's hard to say. I'm more different than any of the other millennials I have met.
Yeah, but do you see them fitting in more towards someone like you, or something more towards following in with Antifa or Trump, the alt-right? Like, I don't know. Do you see them more picking a side or just not even caring?
Or either one of those.
Yeah.
Picking a side or just not caring. I mean, that's with every age group anyway.
Yeah.
But like with me as a millennial, like I'm not that person that really does you know, interact with, you know, my own age group though.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I always thought that the newer age groups, that we can kind of get them going so they could take over where we failed. Just like where we may have taken over where the previous generation failed. But I don't think it's really a failure as long as we're still here. It's just a failure when we're all gone and there's nothing left. Okay, so I want to show something that Lucas has shared with me. Sorry, Lucas, if I wasn't supposed to share this, but it's just he's kind of creating a database of how he knows how to create databases. So he's got important names, documentaries, books, YouTube channels, podcast lists, and websites. And the important names, I think he's looking at for the different types. He's got the left, he's got the establishment, and that's probably more centrist. And you've got the right. Those, and since Lucas is into farming and sustainability, he's looking into names for that as well. And nutrition and health, which also ties into farming and sustainability, and of course foundational figures. I think he's just trying to create a big list. Documentaries, food farming, sustainability, definitely quite a lot there. What's funny is I know quite a lot of those. So books, food farming, sustainability, ecology, it's a good list. Farming, business, gardening, food, nutrition, cookbooks, coming socio-ecological changes. That's interesting. I may have to read a couple of these. Foraging wild edibles, economic literacy. I mean, he's pretty much coming up with a library, looks like. Architecture, suburban sprawl, history, new economy, classical foundational literature. It's a good idea. Like, it would be interesting to compare something like this to say the mainstream. YouTube channels, independent / objective, and there's the left and the liberal. There's the centrist, liberal, and establishment. There's the right. Is Prager, you really on the right? No. There's farming, gardening, sustainability, and food, nutrition. And let's see the podcast list. There's some for history, nutrition, health, interview / interesting perspective, farming / gardening, sustainability, left, centrist, establishment, and right. Oh, and he's got links to critics and commentators. That's an interesting one. I did not see that one before. And let's see some websites. Primary / wire sources, left liberal establishment, right, foreign governments, interesting blogs, sustainability farming. So those who don't know, Lucas is when we first met him, he was 18. He's probably 19 now, but he's pretty young, smart kid. He's probably not even millennial generation now, is he? He's more of
Generation X?
No. It's like, what's newer than millennials? Millennials X?
Oh.
I don't know. Whatever the newest, I think millennials is like a broad term. It's like from your generation to even the kids' generations now. Hold on. Yeah. I'm probably gonna make this
well,
one.
Here's one thing. I'm fine being an outsider.
Oh yeah. And I'm fine with you being an outsider too, Eric. I'm more than fine with you being. I'm happy that you're an outsider. I think a lot of us that are here are the outsiders, and there's nothing wrong with it. And it seems like the ones who are wrong, who think there's something wrong with it, are the. I don't know why they think it's such a bad thing. It's like somehow where did.
I think I really do enjoy being an outsider.
Yeah. Somehow
with me, I like, you know what, because like with me, when I do my research, I make up my own mind of how I see it.
Yeah. And a lot of people won't do their research, and I don't know what I can do. I think I do know. because what I want people to do is watch other people. That's why I show all the videos of other people's stuff so they can watch it and rewatch it and look at some of the stuff that they're saying and see what's good, what's useful, what's not. It's kind of like Bruce Lee with Jeet Kune Do. It's like take what's good, leave out the bad junk that every type of martial art has. What's useful to you? Like what's useful to me might not be useful to you, whatever, but just whatever's useful to you. And eventually just share your notes. And a lot of people, well, here's the thing, we don't have time for it. People don't have time for it. Especially with videos, people don't have time for it. I think with podcasts, it's a little bit easy if you can communicate. So people who are, say, commuting or washing the dishes or whatever, they can listen to something and do that. But I think watching something and watching what's on the screen for an hour and a half, 3-hour presentations is tough. A friend of mine, Bo, he suggested just talk about the stuff that I've been researching and try to make it shorter and not really show the links, show the all the details of what other people have been saying, their evidence, where the evidence is, or just go back to source, but just make my own thing. So 15 minutes of this is what it is, and this is my thoughts on it. Done. Connect a new dot later, see if I could get people to talk and try to connect just our thoughts to it, because we definitely, you and me, Eric, we definitely know we're in sync as far as how elections go and politics go and media where they go, right? Especially corporate established media. So there's a lot of similarities in that aspect. So that's always good to sync up with other people and compare notes and talk with others. I would love to talk with others who are especially Trump supporters, and just talk about things that they like about Trump and some of the things that he's doing and things that he's doing that they may not like. Like I still don't like the stuff that he's like the biggest supporter of Israel, and the stuff that Israel's doing is horrible. A lot of money we're giving to Israel too. If he brings back,
I mean, with me, it's just with me, it's just I don't trust all governments. So I just pretty much, it's not the people, it's the government.
Yeah.
And it's the failed policies, and it's always the failed policies that lead to this bullshit going on.
Yeah. Here, another thing, one of the things that I was wanting to look into, I'm not sure if maybe someone else wants to look into it, is when Obama first became president, he had the Democrats had him, the House, and the Senate, right? They could have passed universal health care. Instead, they passed Obamacare. So this time, President Trump's reign, he's as a Republican, where the Republicans control the House and the Senate. They could have passed a lot of things that a lot of Republicans or conservatives might really want, right? Did they pass them? How happy are they with what happened the first 2 years of Trump's presidency? I mean, if you're looking for something as a Republican or conservative and you didn't get it in 2017, 2018, are you happy or are you angry, right? So I just kind of want to go there. I kind of don't, because I really want out of politics. I really don't like talking about politics anymore, but I just think that's just for someone who is very politically minded to go there, just to see what was the big thing back in 2008 with Obama and the Democrats, was the big thing with Trump and the Republicans in 2016, right?
I'm starting to get like the stinking suspicion that in in 2008, Hillary Clinton elevated Obama. But like it's like I do have that suspicion though.
I think when she lost, I think she just elevated him in return for, you know, her getting that Secretary of State position, etc. So it's like, all right, we'll get my voters,
like media elevation.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think she did a lot to help him win the presidency in 2008, just so she can she gets kickbacks, you know. It's kind of like not that Bernie would have probably gotten anything. Like if Hillary Clinton won and he put, you know, Bernie Sanders put in a lot of support for Hillary Clinton after Hillary Clinton stole it from him. So
cheated,
yeah. Anyways, I really wanted to make tonight's on topic short, mostly because I'm still kind of sick and I've got some stuff to do.
Better,
thanks.
Yeah, well,
yeah, thanks. I'm glad you're feeling well. I'm glad you had a good Thanksgiving, and I'll probably do another on topic tomorrow. So if you're around, we'll talk. But I'm gonna try to do that interview with Elizabeth Mueller as well. Sorry, I'm starting to mumble just because I'm just so tired. All right, thanks, Eric, and thank you everybody who's watching. Good night.
Have yourself a wonderful night, and thanks again. Appreciate it. Get well soon.
Thanks.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye.